What if I told you a disgraced cop, right? A disgraced Miami cop has been accused of extreme racism, has all of a sudden claimed that he is in fact a black man. I would just let you see the video. This is a captain of a police department. Here's the video.
As far as Captain Carr, she loves to call me a Latin male. I'm a black male. Yes, I am. And I am non-Hispanic. I was born in this country. That's how I feel.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
So you classify yourself today as a black male?
Yes.
When you applied for the police department, did you classify yourself as a black male or a white male at the time?
I think I put white male. I don't know if, I know I put white male, but I don't know if I put Hispanic. No, I know, listen, I know who I am, but it's also to make
male.
I'm sorry?
You put down Hispanic male, didn't you?
Okay. As a man, I stand by it.
When did you have this, coming with God moment that you were black? When did God tell you that?
Well, I learned that there's people in my family that are mixed and that are black.
I see.
Let's not talk about the degree of blackness.
Oh no, you're blacker than me. That's obvious. And if you know anything about the one drop rule, which started in the 20th century, which is what identifies and defines, how you doing? What a black male is or a Negro, you would know that if you have one drop of black in you, you are considered black. So you're probably black too, Joe.
Can we do a DNA?
Joe, you're probably black. Nobody sent me here, nor did the city manager. I am my own man.
That's right, and you're your own black man, I know.
Yes,
yeah.
So now I'm being attacked.
Yeah.
Half of my family's Jewish, probably didn't know that either.
This is not an SNL skit. This is an actual captain of the Miami Police Department who has been sued by another cop because of his extreme racism. There are extreme allegations against this one officer, this one captain, for being a racist piece of you know what. So to defend himself, he is now claiming that he cannot be racist because he is in fact a black man himself. I got some more video, here it is.
I just want to give our viewers an idea of who this guy harassed, because although he's done these racist posts, he clearly is not discriminatory when it comes to who he's harassed. These are just some of the people who have complained about him: a teacher, a college student, bar patrons, motorists, a maintenance worker installing electrical lines, a drone operator, a woman who claimed she was flung down an escalator outside a bar, a man lost his nerves from having handcuffs tightly. He reportedly had another man had his eye socket cracked in a beatdown that Ortiz did. So I ask you, Mark, if there's still provisions that if Morales fires this guy, he could still wind up back on the force. If the courts will not do anything about police reform, if Congress will not do anything about police reform, what's the recourse from people who are on the receiving end of this level of abuse?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would say let the process play out. I don't have the ability to predict that. Now, if past his prologue, he's probably going to get his job back. However, ultimately, a firing of a police officer under the union's collective bargaining agreement goes to an arbitrator, a quasi-judge, who rules kind of yay or nay. One of the concerns that a lot of the former chiefs, and perhaps the current chief, I haven't talked to him about this, have, is that the arbitrator is picked in part in concert with the union.
Seems extreme, right? Let's put up a picture of Javier Ortiz. Let's put up his picture. This is your captain. Captain talking this foolishness after being outed as a racist. Okay, let me give you some background. Sergeant Edwin Gomez, a 23-year veteran on the force, testified that this captain routinely committed outrageous acts and despicable discrimination against who? Black citizens, women, and other minority groups. In addition, the lawsuit claims soon after Gomez's testimony, Ortiz would often refer to him as a coward in front of other colleagues. Gomez stated that eventually his department turned its back on him as well, calling the organization's actions and that of the city of Miami illegal retaliation. The officer's other allegations included being denied overtime hours and passed over for promotions. He said he was suspended for reasons unbeknownst to him, among other charges. Over the years, Ortiz, who has been in law enforcement for nearly 2 decades, has become seemingly synonymous with dodging disciplinary actions for his reported frequent display of abuse and bias against minorities, particularly African Americans. This has been going on for many years. Put up his picture again. There he is. You know why he's here? You know why he's a cop? Because the culture allows him to be. George Floyd Police and Accountability Act would have caught this year 1. You would be able to go to a website and say, I'll be damned. There is no way we're going to stand for this in our community. But there he is. The police union, they have an agreement with the government. That agreement does not benefit you as a taxpayer. I'm talking to the people of Miami. This guy does not benefit you. He costs you money, he costs you morale, he costs your reputation, and he is not locking up the bad guys, he is one. Attorney, extreme, but still, they don't think this guy is going to actually remain fired. He's under suspension right now. What are your thoughts?
Very disturbing. I mean, he's definitely a Karen. If he wasn't a police officer, we would think he was funny, but he has a badge. The number of use of force incidents against him is scary based on all the other stories we cover with deadly use of force. And yeah, hopefully Miami kind of sees this and takes the opportunity to reform the culture in their system. You know, I'm from Los Angeles, and it's finally took the Rampart scandal for there to be a real awakening in the city. And they brought in outside experts. They brought in really serious thinkers about how to change their policing, which benefited it quite a bit. Sometimes it takes the city to really want that. If they want it, they can change the culture. It just depends how much they want to do it.
That's right, very well said.